What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video review of the FEILUN FX176C1, the GPS RC quadcopter ready to fly by FEILUN. It has a 1 megapixel Wi-Fi FPV camera. This baby here is really light in construction here. It did come with the camera already attached, but the landing legs came separate. All you got to do is push it in and put one screw on to attach the landing legs. It's got geared motors and it has a one screw screwed on prop. So it's one of those toy grade quadcopters, just a little bit bigger than the SEMA X5C sort of. It's got a GPS antenna on the top. I'm not sure if that is a working unit. I don't see wires going up to it, so this is just for looks. There is, however, some kind of a material covering something on the top of the canopy from the inside, and it looks like maybe that is the GPS unit on the top of the canopy, or right underneath of the top of the canopy. So what we're going to do is go for a little demo flight with this baby, but this is the remote control that it comes with. It's your basic toy grade remote control. Comes with this phone holder. Yeah, it has Wi-Fi FPV, so you need to download the Wi-Fi phone app. It is called the FL Drone 2 app, and it is a free download in the App Store. In it, you will find other functions that the remote control does not have. The remote control will have 1 key to take off, 1 key to land, and it also has the automatic return to home. But this baby does not have stuff like waypoints or orbit mode or follow me mode. Those can be found inside of the phone app, and the phone app is pretty extensive, which is pretty cool. Gonna check that out, but we might not have enough battery power to check out all of the stuff. So we are given a 7.4 volt, 700 milliamp size battery here with the JST plug and the charge port, the 2S charge port. And we are also given some prop guards, 2 red ones and 2 black ones. And we are given some extra props in a bag of goodies, 2 red ones and 2 black ones, a charge cable, a screwdriver, and a bag of screws. And also they give you the instruction manual, which goes on to show you all of the functions, how to bind, how to calibrate the compass, how to calibrate the gyros, lock and unlock and such. So it's a pretty good instruction manual that goes through all of the details. So very nice, very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check this baby out. First, what we're going to do is we're going to fly it and check out the auto takeoff, auto land, and we'll check out some of the return to home functions with the hard remote. So let's go for that little demo flight with the FEILUN FX176C1. All right, we are just about ready to go with the FEILUN FX GPS quad, and there is an on and off button right on the bottom here. So let's go ahead and turn this baby on and turn the remote on, and up and down on the throttle should bind it. The lights are blinking slower, so we are bound. And if you look at the transmitter, it is toggling between the TX and the RX, and it is showing the value of the battery voltage as well. And we have acquired a bunch of satellites already, so let's go ahead and calibrate the gyros of this quadcopter. Throttle stick to the bottom and to the left, and pitch stick to the top and to the right. Okay, and the lights are blinking really fast. So let's go ahead and rotate it horizontally 360 degrees 3 to 5 times, it says. So that's 3, 4, 5 times. And pick it up and point the nose up and rotate it counterclockwise 3 to 5 times. So there you go. The lights are still blinking, and at which time the lights should blink slower, and well, it is stopped blinking, so we are ready to go. The calibration is complete. GPS has been acquired. So let's go ahead and calibrate the gyro. Throttle stick to the top, to the left, and pitch stick to the bottom and to the right. And the lights should start blinking. Yes, they are blinking. and they have become solid. All right, so we have successfully calibrated the compass as well as the gyro. Now we are just about ready to go, and we got the camera hooked up as well, so we might as well take some photos and videos. So we're going to go into the phone, go into the settings, and check this baby out. Wi-Fi, and we are connected to the FL Drone 2 Wi-Fi network, and here is the app, the FL Drone 2 GPS app, and we're going to hit that start, and we have Wi-Fi FPV, baby. Yeah, so here's the camera button, here's the video button, there's the photo album button. We do have functions on this phone app as well. You can go ahead and take off, and you can go ahead and fly with this app too. So maybe another day we're going to check out the Wi-Fi phone app capabilities. But first, let's take a photo. There's no sound. Hopefully we took a photo here. So we're going to point it that way, take a photo, point it the other way, take a photo, point it towards the back, take a photo. I don't hear any shutter, I don't see anything, but this is how it takes photos. I've tested it out at home, and it does take photos. And here we go. We're going to hit that video button, and the video button does turn yellow, and there is a yellow counter on the side there, so we know we are taking a video. So let me go ahead and put the phone on the phone clip, and okay, right side up. All right, so arming the motors, both sticks to the bottom and out. We'll arm the motors, yay, and both sticks to the bottom and out again disarms the motors. So we're gonna have to arm the motors first, and this button here is the 1 key to take off and 1 key to land. All these buttons over here are just no functions. This button here says easy. Well, that is the headless mode, okay? And this button over here is the speed changing button, and this button over here is the auto return or return to home button. So let's go ahead and hit that 1 key to take off and see if it works. There we go. Okay, we got GPS, so this baby does a little bit of a GPS rock and roll. And we do have a little breeze too. And check that out. It is kind of angling, tilting, but because of the wind, but it is holding its GPS position. Check that out. It does work. Nice. Okay, let me bring it down a little bit. So we're going to get it angry. And let me go ahead and pull this baby away from this locked position. And let go. And there you go. It does have GPS position lock. Check that out. It went back to the same spot, just about. Now the instruction manual does indicate that this baby has a landing mistake value of about 25 feet. So even if we took off from right here, you have to stay in an open area of about 25-foot radius, okay? So it does not land within the same spot, so to speak. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this baby out. We turned it on the table, but what we're going to do is land it and put it back on the, or put it on the landing pad to see whether or not it knows that that is the landing spot or the home point. It's doing a little bit of a circle. Okay, let me test out something here. Let me push it out a little bit and let go of the stick and see its behavior. Okay, let go of the stick. Nice. It is hovering very still. So let me bring it back. All right. Let me do a 1 key to land. So let's go ahead and hit this button here. 1 key to land. And it is coming down. And the remote is giving off a beep. And I'm able to control its path a little bit. Okay, check that out. Landed on the landing pad. And the motors did shut off. Okay, the remote control is beeping, so let me hit that 1 key to land button one more time, and that cancels out that beep as well. Alright, so we've landed on the landing pad, so hopefully this is our new home point. So let's go ahead and take off. Alright, arming the motors, 1 key to take off, and there you go. That is the default altitude on takeoff and hover. Alright, so let's go ahead and send it up a little bit and push it out a little bit and see if the return to home button works. Alright, so here's the return to home button. So let's go ahead and press it. Alright, giving off double beeps, and the quadcopter is returning to home. It rose up in altitude. And it is right above this spot. So it has registered its new takeoff spot as the return to home spot, or the home point. So it is coming down slowly. There is a breeze, and this quadcopter is a very lightweight quadcopter. So it is getting blown around a little bit, but check it out. It is coming down pretty close to the landing pad, or its takeoff spot. So that is just awesome. And it is still beeping, so I guess I have to press that button again to cancel that return to home function out. Hey, but check that out. The return to home did work, so that's just fantastic. Now, the instruction manual does not say it has a fail-safe return to home or low voltage return to home. What it does have is what it does say in the instruction manual is that it will just stop its functions when a disconnect occurs or when there is a low voltage occurs. So obvious that it does not have it, but we're going to test it out to see what it does. Okay, so let's go ahead and arm the motors. So this could be dangerous. We might have a flyaway. So we're gonna see though. We're gonna take a chance. Okay, so I'm gonna push it out right around here and let it hover, but it does have a perfect GPS lock, and it's holding its position, and we do have a wind blowing to the right, and that is the reason why the quadcopter is kind of tilting to hold its position. So that is just fantastic. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn off the remote control. Alright, we still have the phone app connected. I'm not sure if it's going to redirect itself and connect to the phone when I turn off the remote control. So what I'm going to do is hit the video button, stop its recording. I'm going to turn off the phone app. I'm going to go into the settings. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi on my settings. So we don't have any Wi-Fi that's turned on. Okay, so the Wi-Fi is off. So we are not connected with the phone at all. Okay, so now we are only connected with the hard remote. So let's go ahead and check this baby out. Turning off the remote. Hopefully we don't have a flyaway situation. Oh, check it out. It's rising up in altitude. And check it out. It's coming back. All right. We have Failsafe return to home on this quadcopter, man. Nice. And it is making its way down. The lights on the bottom are flashing, however. So I'm not sure if it's doing that because of the failsafe. I'm not sure if it's doing that because of its low voltage. And it does have a small battery, and it doesn't have that much of a flight time as well. Alright, it came to a landing very close to the takeoff spot, and the motors did shut off. So failsafe return to home works. And with the remote control turned off. Okay, the bottom lights are blinking, so that might just indicate a disconnect. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the remote. And I'm going to bind up and down on the throttle. And yeah, the lights are flashing. So we do have a low voltage right now. But let's just wait it out just a little bit to see whether or not it goes solid. But it doesn't look like it. The blinking rate is a little bit faster than searching for the satellite blinking rate. So it is blinking rather quickly. So we are in LVC, guys. So we are going to stop this segment of the video, and that is the flight time of the FEILUN GPS quadcopter. Okay, I got a new battery in there. It's just a 500 milliamp size battery with the JST plug, so I'm using it, and I have it turned on. I have it all calibrated. I got the video recording again, so I'm going to check out the speed number 2 on this baby here, and the easy mode or the headless mode. I'm thinking that is the headless mode. So let's go ahead and check that baby out. So let's go ahead and arm the motors. All right, hopefully we do have a little bit of flight time. The original battery that comes with it, the 700 milliamp, it only says it gives you a flight time of only 7 minutes. So I'm assuming the 500 milliamp will give us only a running time of about 5 minutes. This time around, I'm going to go ahead and manually take off with the throttle. All right, but it is just incredible that this thing has GPS positioning. And it is one of the cheapest GPS quadcopters out there. I believe it's like 60 bucks. Yeah, and Wi-Fi phone app controllability as well. And it has some kind of waypoints and circle me and follow me mode and all that kind of stuff on the phone app. Maybe we'll test that another day, but right now we're just going to test out the hard remote. Okay, so that is just fantastic. Look at that GPS hole, guys. Awesome, isn't it? Check that out. That is fantastic. I'm going to raise it up in altitude. And we got solid lights. And I'm going to see the FPV quality first. Uh-oh. The FPV just went off. The phone app just turned off by itself. So I guess not. Yeah, it just crashed. Let me go ahead and turn that battery back on and start. And we are resuming. So let's go ahead and hit that video. Okay, it has breakups. Not really breakups, but it is stationary for a little bit. Yeah. So the Wi-Fi FPV is not for something that you can do Wi-Fi FPV flying. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, and y'all. but it does wobble a lot, so it is very difficult to see where you are. And it is right there. Yeah, so it is not made for Wi-Fi FPV or FPV flying, just mainly for taking some photos and videos. And hopefully it doesn't turn off. So not a very reliable phone app because it just crashed on me. So doing another little pan, and where am I? Okay, there we go. Let me bring this baby in. Alright, let me go ahead and check out the speed. So I'm going to hit the speed button, indicated by 2 beeps. So we are in speed number 2. And there we go. That is the speed. It seems as if it makes better turns than it is going straight. It does a little pitch action when it is making that turn, but once it plateaus off and goes straight, it just does not have that much pitch. There, it slows down sort of. That is the maximum pitch. There we go. So that is speed number 2. I would say this is a good beginner GPS quad, or just a beginner quadcopter, because it does have GPS. And it's only like $60. So we got lots of choices this Christmas. You can give everybody some kind of a different type of quadcopter this Christmas. You can give them one of these cheap toy grade GPS quads for somebody who is just starting off. So that is something else. Alright, so that is speed number 2. Let me go ahead and bring it back. It does have that GPS rock and roll, but nevertheless, man, it is holding its position in this windy conditions. So this is not bad at all, and it just locks itself to that lock position. So fantastic. All right, so we got the phone app still recording. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, because just in case we get a disconnect, I do have that video saved. So what we are going to test out now is this easy mode, which is, I believe, is the headless mode. So I'm going to hit that button. Okay, I'm in easy mode. Yeah, that is the headless mode. As you can see, I am rotating the quadcopter and going forward and coming back, and just with the pitch I am able to fly this quadcopter. So that is headless mode, guys. The easy mode is actually the headless mode, and the remote control is giving off a beep, but right now the quadcopter just rose up in altitude. Okay, so it is just hovering by itself. It is not doing a return to home. It just rose up in altitude. So let me go ahead and bring it back down. Okay, let me bring it back. We are still in headless mode, so I'm pulling it back and it's pointing to my left, and it is working, and I'm pitching to the right, and it is going to the right. So the lights are blinking on the bottom. We are in LVC, but it does not have a return to home, low voltage return to home. It just goes up in altitude and it just hovers. Okay, let me go ahead and turn off that easy mode. Maybe that was the blinking lights. Nope, the lights are blinking rapidly, so we are in low voltage. So let's just go ahead and test out what happens to this quadcopter in the LVC. It doesn't look like it's initiating a return to home. So let's see what happens to this quadcopter once the battery is very low. Does it land itself, or does it just drop to the ground? So I'm just gonna float around right at that altitude. Too high. I want to bring it back down. I don't want it dropping down from too high of an altitude. So I'm just gonna let it hover right there and wait until the battery completely drains out. The lights are blinking on the bottom rapidly. Oh, look at that. It's rising up in altitude by itself. I'm not doing it. It is rising up in altitude, and check it out. It is going somewhere. Okay. It is going to this table where I took off from. And it is hovering up there, and it is coming down. So we do have a low voltage return to home on this FEILUN FX GPS quad. How cool is that? Nice! Absolutely. It missed it by about 4 or 5 feet, or maybe less. Maybe about 3 or 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. Yeah, but look at that. It has low voltage return to home. Nice! Alright, we just got done flying the FEILUN FX176C1, the GPS toy grade quadcopter by FEILUN, and hey, everything worked just perfectly. It had the 1 key to take off, 1 key to land. It did the return to home very close to its takeoff spot, and it is recording its takeoff spot as the return to home spot. So that is just awesome. It does have fail-safe return to home, and it also has low voltage return to home as well. So that is just an awesome functional GPS quadcopter. That is all we can ask for, and this baby here is just about 60 bucks. I believe it might be on sale as well. So if you want to give somebody a nice toy grade GPS quadcopter for, you know, Thanksgiving, or the holidays are coming, the Christmas holidays are coming, this is something to think about, you know, so they don't need to worry about big brushless motors cutting people up. So, you know, this is pretty much of a toy grade quad. So, you know, taking a hit with one of these guys, you know, you can pretty much survive. Came with this 700 milliamp 2-cell battery, which gave us around, I would say, yeah, about 7 minutes. And on the second flight, I did use this baby here, tiny little 500 milliamp size battery, and it did give us enough time to do some of the functions as well, like the headless mode and the low voltage return to home speed number 1 and 2. So not bad. So if you got one of these, I'm using one of these from my micro brushless racers, and I have a ton of these. So if you have more of these kind of batteries, you can use it for this quadcopter as well. And I'm pretty sure this type of batteries are pretty cheap as well, with the JST plug, the 7.4 volt. So that is my initial review of the FEILUN FX176C1, the GPS quadcopter. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.